There's more than one reason to celebrate. Let's go on a journey. And count the ways as we take you to experience a different side of the world's cultures. Adventure awaits on Festivals of the World. Peng. The floating pale white paper lanterns in the sky is not just something you saw in a movie. It's part of the Peng Festival in Chiang Mai, Thailand. The lanterns people set off in the sky have a deeper meaning than being a breathtaking sight to see. The celebration of Peng depends on the Thai lunar calendar. Therefore, the dates vary every year, but the date usually falls on October or November. Peng is of Hindu origins, but it was adapted as a Buddhist practice. It serves as a time where people make merit or good deeds. The floating lanterns or kom loi is a highlight of the festival. It's made of a thin sheet of paper, usually rice paper, wrapped around a thin wire or bamboo frame. There's a candle or a fuel cell attached that would light up. The hot air produced enables the lantern to fly up. People believe that sending a kom loi up the sky will take away their bad luck and misfortune. Sometimes, people will say a prayer before launching it into the air. Witness the breathtaking sight of golden lighted lanterns all fly away in the sky. Just be careful of handling the kom loi because it is lighted by fire, and you definitely don't want to get burned during a festival as amazing as this. But be patient. Peng is not just about releasing the beautiful lanterns. Before you can do that, you would have to pray, meditate, and do rituals first. After all, it's a festival to honor Buddha. Do not disturb or disrespect the meditations and rituals. Just keep silent if you don't want to be part of the meditations. But try it. Meditation relaxes your mind and calms you down. Get a glimpse of Thai culture because there's a huge parade in Chiang Mai during the festival wherein the highlight is a huge float, brightly lit and decorated with lotus-shaped lanterns. The float tours the streets of Chiang Mai for everyone to see. There are also locals in traditional Thai costumes, engaging the audience through lively and energetic dances. Aside from that, there are also traditional Thai dance performances for everyone to see. Due to its popularity, Peng has a second celebration a week after the actual Peng. This one is for tourists who didn't make the actual festival and it requires an additional payment. While you're in Chiang Mai, take the opportunity to explore the city. It may not be the capital city, but it's a nice place to explore. You'd want to see the Buddhist temples. They're usually the buildings with golden spires and the city wall. Enjoy! Burning Man. It's a once-in-a-year event that brings together arts and people from all walks of life as they build a temporary community in the desert. It's where creativity and self-expression become the norm. Welcome to the Burning Man Festival. Burning Man is a yearly festival that is held in the Black Rock Desert of Nevada in the United States. The goal is to bring as many people as possible to erect a temporary community in the desert for the duration of the festival. Self-expression is celebrated here, so bring yourself and let loose. At Burning Man, you'll find art installations, crazy desert fashion, pop-up huts, and mutant vehicles all coexisting in the desert. It's an otherworldly experience where you'll see architecture and sculptures literally pop up from the sandy desert. Meet all sorts of people in fancy costumes and outlandish desert garbs. Participate in all sorts of social and cultural happenings at the various camps and villages throughout the pop-up city. Festival goers, or burners as they are called, are welcome to join in on the festival and be at their most creative and expressive. The festival is guided by its 10 principles. Radical inclusion. Everyone who wants to be a part must also welcome and respect everybody else. Gifting. Burners are encouraged to give gifts to each other. It's not really about value, it's more about the act of giving unconditionally. During the festival, you may even witness a gift-driven economy arise. Decommodification. To keep with the tradition of gift-giving, cash and commercial transactions are not permitted during the event. Radical self-reliance. By joining Burning Man, participants are expected to be responsible for their daily needs, subsistence, and survival in the desert environment. Radical self-expression. One of the biggest principles behind Burning Man itself. By distancing ourselves from a busy work schedule of our everyday lives, we discover ourselves. And Burning Man champions this principle by allowing participants to express themselves in art, fashion, speech, music, and community interaction. Communal effort. Burning Man is a community effort. The commune is what makes the event possible. Civic responsibility. Burners are expected to have fun, but at the same time, be responsible for their actions, especially towards other participants, as well as existing local, state, and federal laws. Leaving no trace. Burning Man heavily supports environmental preservation and care. The Leave No Trace value ensures that participants clean up after themselves. As the festival ends, burners leave the desert as if the events, camps, and structures were never there in the first place. Participation. Burners are part of a larger collective of individuals and are expected to interact and participate with the community during the event. Immediacy. For burners and everyone involved, it's all about living the experience in the now. Feel the whole experience of finding yourself as you interact with the Burning Man community and the environment. As Burning Man ends, it wouldn't be complete without the symbolic burning of the giant effigy of a man, the Burning Man. As the organizers would have it, according to them, the Burning Man is nothing but a guide and monument that unites all the burners. Each and everybody can attach their own personal meanings to the ritual. Holi. Holi Festival of Colors is a Hindu celebration in India and Nepal. The festival's date varies every year, but it is usually celebrated in March. Holi is a celebration for the end of winter and the beginning of spring. It is also attributed to the victory of good over evil. The term Holi came from the demoness Holika, who was defeated by a prince because of his unwavering devotion to the Hindu god preserver Vishnu. Holika burned in a pyre, causing her death, which is why the night before Holi celebrations, people build a bonfire and do rituals around the fire and pray that their internal evil be burned away. The next day is where the fun starts. People start throwing colored powder at each other. Others dissolve colored powder in water and splash other people with it. Holi is not only commemorated in India and Nepal anymore. It has become so popular that some parts of North America and Europe also began to celebrate it as well. In India, white is the color for mourning and sadness, which is probably why there are vibrant colors bursting everywhere during Holi, because it is a time to celebrate and to let people settle any conflicts, to renew relationships, and to get rid of their internal evil. Of course, it's not all color throwing. There are also delicacies and drinks. It sounds fun, right? But the best way to enjoy it the most is to get involved in it. Don't be afraid to throw powder dye at people. No one will know and no one will mind. During Holi Festival, people are supposed to forget about their problems, social status, and differences from others, so it's a great opportunity to enjoy. But remember to bring your own colored dye, or you can dissolve it in water and put it in water guns and splash away. With all the colors flying in all directions, it's impossible not to be smeared by the colored powder, and you might even get wet if you get targeted by a water gun. So wear clothes that you don't mind ruining, because they're not going to be the same after Holi. To make the colored powder come off easily, it's suggested to apply moisturizer before going out throwing powdered dye. You might hit someone in the eyes, ears, or mouth, so be careful in throwing your colored powder. Although colored powder in Holi is non-toxic, it's still better to celebrate without any trouble. Be responsible even while having fun, because Holi is a festivity full of mayhem. The Holi festival has a wonderful purpose, so don't hold yourself back. Stock up on powder dye, get out on the streets, and unleash your energy. Watch yourself and other people become human rainbows at Holi. Have fun! Coachella. Colorado Desert in sunny California comes alive during the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, or simply Coachella. Although it began in 1999, Coachella only became an annual event starting 2001. The following year, it became a 2-day event, and then it expanded to a 3-day event in 2007 and finally became a 2-weekend festival in 2012. Coachella falls on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the 2nd and 3rd weeks of April. You get to choose in which weekend you'll get to attend. It's perfect for summer vacations with the heat of the sun and the scorching desert, plus music that will surely hype you up. You can catch your favorite artists performing on stage and discover other talented musicians that you might have not heard of yet. And you might run into some celebrities during the festival, swaying to the music as well as everyone else. Because Coachella lasts for an entire weekend, you can opt to rent a tent and camping space on one side of the Coachella Valley with the others. It's a great way to meet people. Plus, you can organize games of your own just outside your tent. Love fashion? Coachella is your time to shine. Of course, no one really specified what you should wear, but people keep showing up with the most amazing bohemian outfits. So if you love looking fashionable, magazine front cover worthy, and Instagram photo ready, put on your best and imagine the entire Coachella Valley is your runway. Stay hydrated. Bring moisturizer and sunblock lotion. The month of April heat, the Palm Springs desert, and the wilderness will surely drain you. There are huge tents that are set up, so you can go under them if you don't want to be exposed in the sun too much. Coachella also features a variety of food and drink stalls that you can choose from. Why don't you give them a try? Coachella is not just all about music. It's a music and arts festival after all, so there are really cool art pieces featured. Some would be the wildest and the weirdest art pieces you'll ever see. A hot and energetic summer in California, with lively music, fashion and glamour, Coachella is surely worth 3 days of getting burned under the sun. So prepare your festival pass and get ready for an experience of a lifetime. Have fun! Well, the point of all the festivities, fairs, and exhibits is for people to have an amazing and memorable time. Don't lock yourself up in your hotel room or wherever you're staying. Get involved in the action. These celebrations don't come every day, and they take a lot of time to prepare, so make the most of them while they last. Whether you're encouraged to dress up in a costume or party out in the streets, do it! By following traditions and practices done in festivals, you'd have a greater appreciation of what the festival's really about. Festivals are the special days where people are nicer and everyone's just having a blast. Take photos, buy souvenirs, tour the city where the festival is being held if it's not in your town or country. Try the food prepared or sold because they're usually the local specialties in the place where the festival is. You'd never be able to find anything like them anywhere. Not everyone gets to witness a bustling festival, so enjoy while the celebration lasts. And who knows, if you can't get enough of the fun and excitement, you might consider going back the next time. Channel your energy to joining the celebrations in every festival you encounter. It's a great learning experience and a great way to see different cultures. So get going, and more importantly, have fun! The celebration ends here, but the fun is not over. And we still have more festivities to look forward to. So recharge your energy and get ready for another adventure. We'll see you again on Festivals of the World.